All right, guys, this one is very cool. I'm super excited to bring you this one. If you remember a while ago, there was a huge craze, and there still is a cult following for the Citizen ny0040. Well, they recently did a limited edition run of a few different colorways, and they labeled them the ny0080. This happens to be the -12X, which is the full loom dial. So they did some changes, but overall the case and everything is the same as the 0040. You can see the case back is actually different. It is labeled limited edition, and it does tell you it uses the Miyota 8203 movement. I know many of us would, it would have been nice if they would have used a more updated Miyota movement. This one does not hack, but it does hand wind, and that's fine. The operation of the larger knurled crown is amazing. It's very reminiscent of the monster knurling. It's almost identical, really, except for the crown is a little bit longer, which maybe even would be nice on a monster. Just saying, Seiko, if you're paying attention to what's going on here. That is a signed crown, so that's really cool. And the case shape and everything is very reminiscent of some Seikos that we're used to. And of course, if you're used to the ny0040, you're definitely going to like this 80. So I went with the full loom one. I paid a premium for it. They trend, I think I paid $400, but my timing was just right. And the seller, I think it was used on eBay. The seller accepted my offer. Thank you if you're the seller and you're watching. Thank you for doing so, because this is a super cool watch. I intend to actually keep this watch, so because I don't have any full loom dials, and I knew if I was going to get one, I wanted it to be the Citizen, because their full loom is just spectacular. They did an amazing job on it. I like the handset here. That is different. That's a definite change. And you can see even the chapter ring there. That's in the same loom. So when we do the loom shot towards the end, you're going to see it's killer. So I like the bezel design. That's also, a carryover from a lot of other Citizen designs. And it is a 60 click. So, it's totally its own animal. It locks into each one. It's not overly tight, but not overly loose. It does have some play, both in the action and not so much in the back play, but you can see it moves a little bit within that position that it's locked into. So, but it lines up. You can see that it looks like it's maybe just a touch off to the left. So, but it lines up really close, and I'm totally fine with that. So I like the day-date function. That's blacked out. I'm glad they did it that way instead of doing white or something. The only other thing that would have maybe been like over the top insane cool is if they would have loomed the day-date, but you just don't see that very often. But some watch companies have done it. So let's talk measurements real quick. I measure at 41.92 millimeter. I know they call it a 42, but I measure just under 42, 47.8 lug to lug, so it's decently short, 12.5 millimeter thick, which is really close to what the Seiko Monster is. So you can already see I'm going to be a fan of the size overall. So 20 mil lug width. This one none of these came with bracelets. So I will be on the hunt for some sort of bracelet for it. But of course, you can play around and throw some straps on it. There's tons of different options. Or what would be really cool is to maybe even throw on a Erica's Original. They make some with the loomed center thread. That would be kind of cool. So the left-hand crown is unique, a little bit different. I can operate it fine. I know a lot of people will actually flip it around and operate it right hand if you're right-handed. And that's fine. That's an easy enough way to do it. So here it is next to the SKX. So you can see very, very similar in size, but I'm going to tell you straight up, the Citizen wears smaller. It's thinner. It wears smaller. It's just, I don't know if it's just a play on how we feel about it or whatever, because the size is very similar. It did come in this really cool container. It's like a little mini scuba bottle, and then you just kind of pop it up and it lifts up to reveal the watch right there. So that's a fun display. I know there's a bunch of other Citizens that come that way. So let's do a wrist shot. The strap that it comes on is very much original to a lot of the older Citizens. It's adequate. It's not going to be super comfortable or amazing, but it works. And it has the decompression information right there. But you can see on my 7 1/4 wrist, this thing is killer. I really am looking forward to spending some time with this watch. So once I get past these next couple of days, I might toss it on wrist for a little bit. So very, very cool. Super happy I bought it. So when I said these are limited edition, the best I can find, if you look at all the eBay listings, they say each colorway is limited to 999 pieces. So that's actually legitimate limited edition. So I wouldn't wait too long. If you're looking to get one, I would get one. And I think you're going to pay a premium, like I did, for the full Loom dial, anywhere from $400 to $600. I think I got it on the low end of the premium. If you look at the black one, which is also just as cool, I'm not sure the sizing. They have some other models, like a 8.1 and an 8.8 or something, but I don't know if those are the same size. Those might be a touch bigger. They might be 44 mil. So definitely do your research on those. But the ny0080, like this one, if you get that part number, they are identical to this. So you're going to be comfortable with that size. But that black one, I think they trend $300 range, plus or minus. So definitely affordable. All right, let's do a loom shot, guys. You can already see there's one light out. You can already see it's starting to take off. Get ready. Yes. You cannot beat that. A full loom dial is just so slick. And I'm glad they did the chapter ring too. So super cool, super fun. If you guys are loom junkies, oh man, get yourself a full loom dial of a company that does it right. So here it is next to the Monster. So you can see where that full loom dial is just way too cool, way too fun. So the only thing that's even close would be like a Timex Indiglo, but you don't have a battery and you don't have to push a button. It's always Indiglo. So super cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.